Here's how to connect to the CPU and find the MPI or Profibus address. First, we will connect a USB MPI Profibus cable between the PG or PC and the CPU. You can do this with or without a project open. Select the Options menu, then select PG-PC interface. Scroll down the list until you find the PC adapter. Some CPUs, such as the Profinet CPU that we are using, have a port that can be set up as MPI or Profibus. By selecting PC Adapter Auto, SIMATIC Manager will tell you whether the CPU is set up as MPI or Profibus. It's a good idea when selecting a PG-PC interface to look in the Properties window and see if there are any properties that need to be set or adjusted. The address here is the PG or PC's address, and it is set to 0. If we would like to change the PG or PC's address, do it here. Click OK. Click OK again. You will get a message telling you the interface has changed. Click OK. Now click the Accessible Nodes button. SIMATIC Manager will open a window and display whether or not you're communicating with the CPU, what the CPU's protocol is, and what the address is. You can see that this port is set up as Profibus, its address is 2, and I'm directly connected to the CPU. Let's repeat this procedure with an RS-485 cable using the MPI Profibus port on the back of the PG. Select the Options menu again. Select PG-PC interface. The port on the PG is a 5611 card. Scroll through the list until you find 5611. Once again, by selecting Auto, SIMATIC Manager will tell you what the interface is and what the CPU's address is. Click OK. And click OK to the interface change message. Click Accessible Nodes again. We are now communicating with the CPU, Profibus address 2, from the 5611 port on the PG. In this video, we will set a Siemens PG or General PC's IP address using Windows 7. Begin by clicking the Start button and select Control Panel. Select Network and Sharing Center. Then click Change Adapter Settings on the left side. Select the network port that your Ethernet cable is plugged into. This is a Siemens PG and there are 2 Ethernet ports on the back. The cable will be plugged into the one labeled Local Area Connection 2, so I'll select this port. Double click to open the port's properties. Select the Internet Protocol. In this case, we'll be using Internet Protocol version 4 for TCP/IP. Click the Properties button. Set the IP address. We'll change this PG's address to be 192.168.111.99, which is unique on the network this PG will be used with. The default subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, which is a Class C network, and this is what we want. Click OK. And close the Local Area Connection dialog. The IP address is now set and we're ready to communicate with the PLC. In this video, you'll learn 2 different places that you can set the PG-PC interface and how to set several different interfaces. To set the PG-PC interface using the Control Panel, click the Start button. Select Control Panel and open Set PG-PC Interface. You can then choose your interface right here. It's more popular to do this from within SIMATIC Manager, so I'm going to cancel here and take you to SIMATIC Manager. Open SIMATIC Manager. Click the Options menu and set PG-PC Interface at the bottom. Let's first look at communicating with Multi-Point Interface, or MPI. If you're using a PG-PC adapter like this one, then scroll down the list and select PC Adapter MPI. Take a look at the properties. The PG or PC's address is 0. It will try to communicate for 30 seconds before timing out. The transmission rate is 187.5 kilobits per second, and the highest station address on this MPI network can be 31. Click OK. If you're connecting to the PLC with a Siemens PG and an RS-485 cable like this one, then you would find the 5611 card for MPI. Click OK. And click OK to the interface change message. Let's see if we're communicating. Click Accessible Nodes. Communication is successful. Let's now look at communicating by Profibus. Select the Options menu again, and click PG-PC Interface. The 5611 choice would be for PG connected with an RS-485 cable. Click the Properties button to adjust the PG's address, communication timeout, or transmission rate. Click OK. If you're using a PC adapter, then scroll to find the PC adapter for Profibus. Here you can see two choices for Ethernet cards. One is an 82574L gigabit card, and the other is an 82577LM gigabit card. That's because there are two ports on this PG. I'm going to show you how to tell which one we're connected to. Click the Start button and open the Control Panel. Open the Network and Sharing Center. Here you can see that Local Area Connection 2 is active. Click this link to see the activity. Now click Change Adapter Settings on the left side. Local Area Connection is 82574L and Local Area Connection 2 is 82577LM. Now we know that the 82577LM is the correct choice. Close the Network Connections window and return to the PG-PC interface. Scroll down the list until you find the 82577LM gigabit card. Here's where you have to be very careful. You'll see that there are three choices. One is for ISO, one is for TCP/IP, and the other is for TCP/IP Auto. Some devices do not support Auto, so TCP/IP is usually a safe choice. Click OK. And click OK again. We'll check for communication. We are now communicating by Ethernet. In this video, you have seen how to communicate using MPI and Profibus with both a PC adapter and a PG using an RS-485 cable. You have also seen how to set a TCP/IP interface and how to tell what port you are plugged into if you have more than one. Here are several ways to go online with your Step 7 project. One way to go online is to click the Accessible Nodes button. If your project window is full size, as this one is, it is not apparent that you just opened a second window. If you click the Restore Down button, you will see that a second online window opened in addition to your project window. Drop down to the Blocks folder. By default, the Blocks window shows small icons. If you click the Details button, you will see each block's details. Let's open the online block FC14. Because you have opened the online version of the block, you will see a message telling you there are no local variable names, and no symbol names are available because they are not stored in the PLC either. I'm going to let you in on a little known secret. If you click the Error tab, you will see that you got to this block through Accessible Nodes, and the word online here means this is the actual online block in the PLC. Let's add a normally open contact. We will add the address M200.0, which is just a random choice for demonstration. If you were to download this block, you would now have a difference in the online and offline blocks. When you close this window, it would be important to save this change so the online and offline blocks would match. Since we did not download this block, we won't save the changes. Let's close the online window. Here's a second way to go online from your project. In SIMATIC Manager, In the offline project, select the blocks folder. Click the online button. Now you're online directly with the blocks folder. Also note that a second online window opened again. Now we'll close this window. Let's open a block in the offline project. We'll choose FC14. Let's turn the monitoring glasses on to monitor the block. Take a look at the Error tab again. Notice that even though the block is being monitored and the title says Online, the block that you have opened is the offline block from your project. Here's a third way to go online with your project. Click the Online Offline toggle button. You will get a message asking you if you want to close the block you have opened and open its partner. This means if you're in the online block, it will open the offline block, and if you're on the offline block, it will open the online block. Click Yes. If you look back at the Error tab, you will see that now we are on the online block of the PLC. Let's add another normally open contact. We will add input 1.0. We will download this block. Now the block online in the PLC is different than the block offline in the project. We'll close this window. Click Yes to save changes to this block, and Yes to the overwrite message. And now the online and offline blocks match. Here's a fourth place in your project from which you may want to go online. Highlight your station and double-click the hardware. Click the Online button. You can now see an online view of the hardware configuration. A great place to do some troubleshooting and diagnostics, and we'll show you how to do these in some other videos.